Hello and good morning and welcome back to our Create Mod Survival series. Today we're going to go ahead and flesh out the interior of our base by adding a bunch of cool little simple machines that really help us progress further down the line. Enjoy the video. So last time, we made ourselves a pretty nice looking little starter house here, although on the inside it's a bit empty, a bit barren, plenty of work still to do here. And right now, we are stuck really only eating apples as our main food source, so we're not doing too hot there. So it gives us a bit of a list of things that we need to get done pretty short term. Number one is obviously moving a lot of our stuff indoors, as well as setting up the machines. Part two will be a better food source, something that's more renewable and restores a little bit more in the hunger bars. Part three is going to be a better source of some of our base materials, like an iron farm or factory of sorts. So we should get right into it. Let's start with bringing our machines and such on the inside. All right, so our machines are inside, although I don't think this is the most effective setup. So we want to redo how this is looking. What I think we'll do is we're going to run shafts along like the walls roughly here, so you can pull energy from them at any point as we need on a top floor or bottom floor. And then of course it's just going to come from our main power source that comes down right here. All right, this is the first component of what we're going to be doing on the interior. We see we have these rotational shafts around the place. This will provide kinetic energy to any machine that we have, as well as we have a stressometer here just to kind of keep track of what's going on with these, since we're just kind of pulling it off from one power source. It'd be very important for us to do. On the outside, one thing I did is I used these shafts that we incorporated into the exterior of the build, which adds a little bit of kinetic motion, which is kind of cool. I actually really dig these. Alrighty, if you join me back on inside, you'll see we kind of done up the interior just a little bit. We have a ceiling in here. We have a little workstation area with our blueprints. I moved them inside. If we go upstairs, we have the beginnings of a little bit of a storage room. Nothing too crazy here, just some chests. Go around the corner here. We got ourselves a nice little bedroom. I decided to not like close it off, leave it kind of walk through, just fits better in the design. Then another space down here. I already have a plan for that room, but what I want to start working on now is a way to kind of automatically smelt. If we pop outside real quick with the create mod, you can actually use lava with a encased fan to smelt items. And this does it without using a fuel source. And you can just use a trapdoor here to make sure it doesn't go more than one block. So I would like to incorporate this inside the house. I think that would be a very useful little tool. That way I don't have to worry about using coal, and we can smelt down a good amount of items pretty quickly too. Thinking about putting it right here, the only issue, there's only one issue. There's a lot of wood in this house, and I don't want to burn down the house. So we're gonna have to figure out a way to work with that, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. We can make this work. So I think if we put the fan here, lava here, and we put the conveyor belt down here, and just kind of put some stone around here, we should be in the clear. Just barely should be. So let's go ahead and give it a try. I have to go gather the resources, but let's do it. All right, we should have all the resources we need now in order to build ourselves a little automatic smelter. Space is definitely a concern here. I did mention that earlier, but it shouldn't be too difficult. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this out, take this out, take this out. Vertical gearbox, vertical gearbox, vertical gearbox. That's gonna cancel it all up. Another vertical gearbox and two other gearboxes there. So gearboxes flip the directions of rotation. That's annoying. Okay, it's a bit of a goofy setup, but I think it should work once we put the lava in. All right, that should hypothetically work. So now if we go ahead and throw a bucket of lava in, should flow. Both of them are showing as hot. And we can actually stick our filter in here. So let's actually preset that. We'll stick it with a, we're gonna tell it we don't wanna allow cobblestone through the filter. So now we just stick the filter in. We should just be able to stick our stack of cobblestone in it. It'll go along the belt. It should start cooking. Okay, I see. It's not cooking on those, but if I open these up, it'll cook there. And we should see the moment it turns into stone, it pops into the chest, and there we go. So now we have an automatic smelter that's well hidden. It has some lava in it. It's a bit goofy up top, but it works, and that's the important part. I don't like gearboxes now. They make me upset. I don't like that they flip the direction. I understand why. Just still makes me upset. Alright, what I think needs to happen now is I need to go mining for a while, because I've pretty much utilized every single resource I currently have in order to build this. Okay, all I have left is one iron and one andesite, which is not great. I mean, it looks nice at least. Has that going for it? I'm making the most awkward smile in real life right now. So, I was out mining. The roof burnt down. I think I need to move the lava. It's okay, I have a design we can use to hopefully make this not an issue anymore, and it might even be slightly better. So, this is the new design. It is very similar to the old one, except for instead of having two fans pointing down, we have the one going across. I also learned that fans are flammable, but fun fact, trapdoors are not, so I just covered the fan with trapdoors, so we shouldn't have a problem there. So let's just blow the lava across here. It's the same idea. but they'll get perpetually cooked for longer, which is significantly better. Let's go grab our spoils for mining, and we'll slap them in the machine and see how it goes. So these are our mining spoils, pretty decent, if I have to say so. Plenty of copper, 6 diamonds, some gold, and iron. I'm pretty happy about it. And then there's also a good amount of diorite and zinc and other jazz. So all we have to do is make sure the filter is set, has everything but zinc, slap that back in, and we can just throw all this in, and it will slowly cook. It puts out a stack at a time. Yeah, and it's just going to keep putting it out. And they're just all going to get perpetually cooked, whether they're on the belt or not. I don't know why that's the case, actually. Maybe it's because the fan's blowing them. That's probably what it is. But it should mean everything will cook and then pop back into this chest. We already got a lot of copper. And just like that, we now have them all cooked up. It took seconds to cook that many cycles. This is insane. Oh my god. I think we have a winner in terms of high-speed smelting. So the next thing we need to add is the mechanical mixer. So it should be pretty simple. My only concern with it is, will I have enough gear power in order to run this thing? So if you select the cogwheel on it, appears this is not rotating with enough speed. Lovely. And we don't have the means to generate a higher speed ratio yet. That's okay, we can work with this. Alright, we got it moving fast enough. This is very, but the key thing is it works. We can stick the basin right here. So hypothetically, if we were to take some copper and zinc, we actually have a heated blaze burner under here. Stick one of each in. It gives us some brass ingots. And we're set. So it works. I just want to set an output and then it'll be done. It's very gross and cumbersome right here, but it works, and that's the important part. We can make it look nicer in the future once we get the precision mechanisms. All right, this should be automatically all set up, so we should just be able to fuel it. Throw in some zinc. Oh, let's try that again. Throw in some copper and some zinc. And we should just get a ton of brass. Yep, there comes the brass. Oh, I love that. Okay, that's great. It's a bit gross in terms of space is taken up, but it works, and that's the important part. All right. So, the next thing we're going to make is the precision mechanisms. These are annoying. They require 3 deployers, and it takes 5 repeated sequences to go through it, and you don't always have a chance of getting them. Sometimes you'll get something else. So yeah, we got to start building that machine. And I want to have this machine just kind of as a permanent fixture on our base. I feel like something that we'll need enough of to continuously warrant having this machine. So let's get on making those 3 deployers, and we'll go from there. So actually, before we do that, we should make ourselves a press, because we need a bunch of brass sheets. The great part is, up in our storage room, actually I don't know if I shown up well, we actually do, ooh, maybe we don't. Where's my little presser thingy? I see, I just have it set up over here. Alright, let's snag that. And honestly, I don't know where to put this thing. Maybe we can put it like right here. Obviously that's not going to work without some thingies, but it's going to be right here. Oh, I just broke everything. I'm killing it right now. Oh no. Oh god, stop. I was just feeding the fire because I reversed the direction of the belt. Oh, that could have been really bad. I could have just gotten rid of all my resources. Alright, if I plop right here in one of these here, I have to be really careful about this. And then now I can plug it back in. Alright, it's gonna put it all back in. I don't know why there's a trapdoor on that belt, but there is. That could have been really bad. Okay, we're fine. I fixed it all up. Alright, we now have a press. I now want a depot. Oh, that's easy. Alright, cool. A depot. So now, this should just, if I throw a brass ingot on here, it should just plop down and there we go. Amazing. So now we can mass produce brass sheets and stuff without much of an issue. I kind of want to increase the speed. It would just be as simple as putting in a bunch of gears up in here. Alright, we might cycle back and do that in a little bit, but for now we're fine. So this here should be everything we need in order to build this automatic precision mechanism thing. Well, besides the filter, I don't have a filter on that, but that's okay. It should be pretty simple. It should be as simple as popping that off. Taking a gearbox down, putting another gearbox here. Oh, I'm short one gearbox. Alright, now we should have enough gearboxes. Alright, we're gonna poke a small hole in the back. Not really ideal, but it's gotta do what you gotta do. A belt here and a belt here. A barrel there. That's not right. This is honestly taking a lot more gearboxes than I was anticipating, but we are just about done. Now all we need is the deployers, and they need to be facing the right way. They're currently facing the wrong way. Okay, I am struggling. Alright, that one's right. That one's right. That one's not right. So this is it more or less set up. Pretty much what we do is we put our gold into this barrel, which we can't really access easily. You know, good design here. Oh, we gotta put the hoppers up top. We put our small cogs, big cogs, and iron nuggets in here, and then it will automatically put things through, and I have a filter here for when ready. So I'm gonna go and gather resources to build let's build 5. We'll build a couple, because 5 is actually a lot in terms of resources at the moment. Alright, so I have enough to make 2. So we put the small cog wheels in there, big cog wheels in there, iron nuggets in there. You'll see they actually appear on the hands. We go ahead and put our 2 golden sheets on here, and it will slowly begin pressing them together. Look at that. I don't even know what I need these for, actually. I realized that. But I'm making them automatically. Alright, I do want to take you off real quick. Put it into the filter. Put it as ignore data and allow. So that means if we put it on here, it's really hard to aim. When those end up in here, they're going to automatically get outputted again. If this isn't awesome, I don't know what is. I just wish I didn't have to make a hole in the wall back there. I could probably redesign it so I don't have to. I CBA at the moment. Alright, this should be the last pass for this one. You should either get a completed precision mechanism or something completely messed up. It's a 4 out of 5 chance of getting a completed one, and there's the completed one. And those are now finishing up with their materials. So we got ourselves our first precision mechanism. We built a cool little machine to do it too. So I think that's why I actually want to make it was for the rotational speed controller, because a lot of it we won't need. Wand of Symmetry? That's kind of neat. I might have to look into that in the future. Yeah, we won't really need many of these for a while until we get into like trains and stuff, but it's cool nonetheless. And it's a really neat looking machine. So what I want to start working on next are mechanical crafters, so we can build ourselves larger things that don't fit in the normal crafting grid. They're really neat little things. They're automatic. I don't really need the automation at the moment, but what I do want out of it is to build the big, what's it called? I want to use it to build crushing wheels, because crushing wheels will get us a lot more items, but we need 21 mechanical crafters in order to build this. It isn't necessarily the cheapest thing because it requires electron tubes, brass casings, you know, the full 9 yards. But I think it's something we can do, and it won't be too painful, although I need a lot more sandpaper. So I'm going to get on it. Right, and just like that, we have the resources we need in order to build 21 mechanical crafters. That was actually really quick. I was thoroughly surprised. I think space-wise, well, I can build it maybe... No, I need a lot of space, so we're going to build it down here. It's not going to be exactly centered. I apologize in advance for that. It should be as easy as this. And then we just put a depot in. Then we have to rotate. I'll worry about that. So it's all linked up to go to the center, and then we'll eventually just kind of spit down this way. It should work, and I think that means it should output there. So that means all we have to do now is stick a gearbox in. I don't even need a gearbox. Just built a gearbox for nothing. Alright, they're spinning. They have kinetic speed. So we should be able to set aside the resources to build some crushing wheels. Alright. Put these there. Forgot these. And last but not least, I think that's a good sign. I don't have that much kinetic energy going into it, so it's really slow, but it's crafting. I really chose a bad pattern for this. It's so not satisfying. It's okay. Alright, and if I placed it right, it should output right onto this depot here. Okay. Look at that. That's so cool. I love the little animation. Okay, well, didn't output onto the depot. That's okay. Maybe if I put it here. That's a later problem. We got 2 crushing wheels, which means we can crush things, which means we can get more resources for the amount we put in. I don't know where I'm going to put these yet. I think I'm going to put it on this wall here. That's where I was kind of eyeing. Space-wise, it kind of just doesn't feel right at the moment. But we did it. Alright, I gotta get these set up a little more properly. Let me get some resources together in order to build the crushing wheels into place, and we should be set. Alright, we should have everything we need in order to pop in the gearboxes. Not the gearboxes, well yes, the gearboxes, but the crushing wheels. Put our shafts back into place. We should just be able to put crushing wheel 1, crushing wheel 2. It's spinning the wrong way. That's what I was afraid of. Do they have to spin the right way? That feels like a really dumb question, but let's try it. Let's stick a barrel in here, and let's just get some cobblestone. Will this work? Oh, it looks like they are crushing. It's a very low speed, so we're not going to get much greatness out of it. This is really taking a while. Oh! I found it. It did get output. I don't know. So I guess it's just really slow, which is part of the issue. But we can increase the speed of the whole system in a little bit, and I really want to for a lot of these machines. So yeah, it's not outputting where I need it to. So that's probably because of the angle of these. We can fix that pretty easily with some more gearboxes. We have another machine here, which gives us gravel, which is actually really big because if we wash gravel, we get iron, which means we have steps towards automated iron production. That isn't like a villager-based iron farm, so even more awesome right there. Really fleshed out the interior a little bit. I want to continue this kind of trimming around the floor. I think it helps bring the place together. It keeps it clean. You know what? I might just do that right now. Alright, this is a lot more together now. I flipped around the wheels. I just put a bunch more gearboxes in, which it works. That's all that matters. This is a really awesome little space. We have pretty much every machine we need early game, including our big crafting machine, which is pretty slow, but it will do. There's just one last thing I want to do to all this, which is going to be really simple. It's so simple. It's this, followed by this, and you slap these two together, and you get a rotational speed controller. What we can do with this is head up here, turn everything off. We slap it down completely incorrectly. I don't know if you know how to place this. It's actually a bit convenient because our power is coming from the top, not the bottom. If it was coming from the bottom, it'd be a lot easier. Okay, that's slotted in properly. It means we can run these across like that. Alright, that's easy. Now we just need 3 gearboxes, I think. Alright, and if we just connect this up here, it'll continue spinning again. Spinning the right direction, so we can put the shaft back here. Notice actually everything's going a little faster now. We got 128 stress unit. Probably want to get our stressometer installed again, just to make sure we're reading it. Yeah, we were using about 7% stress, now we're using significantly more. I think we're moving at about 8. Yeah, that lowers it a lot. But that means we can also drastically increase the speed of our machines in here. That's spinning like crazy, because I have the gear ratios up there. This isn't affected too much. These really won't be affected too much. It really is only for the benefit of this. And I guess that over there. For now, we're going to keep it low. That's pretty big. We've made a lot of progress inside today. We really have. And this really sets us up to build a lot of things. Now we just need a lot more resources. So that's actually where I'm going to leave it for today. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Comment and let me know what would you like to see me do next in this crate mod series. I think we're going to try to do an auto food farm as well as expanding our mining operation. I think that will help a lot. And also join the Discord. It's going to be linked down below. I want to do community game nights, as well as I have my inspiration channel where I just post pictures of inspiration pictures for future builds. So kind of a cool thing to look at there. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.